So, have you ever wondered what would happen if you mixed Toy Story and a multiplayer shooter game? No? Well, me neither. But hey, it exists, and it's actually pretty great. Hypercharge Unboxed is the game we never knew we needed. The game has a multitude of shooter modes such as Deathmatch, King of the Hill, and even a Horde mode. Now, this game has actually been in development since 2017, and I only just now decided to give it a chance. So, I'm here to tell you guys if Hypercharge Unboxed is a game worth your time in 2024. So, Hypercharge Unboxed gameplay is nothing you haven't seen before, having the same premise as many arena-style shooters, mostly similar to the Halo franchise. The Horde mode is also similar to that of the beloved Garden Warfare franchise. This isn't a problem at all, as it does both of these modes absolute justice, and where the appeal of this game comes from is the idea of actually being a toy soldier. You're an action figure with your little gun, shooting either enemy action figures or a variety of different toys, one resembling what I would assume to be a Beyblade knockoff. You have a multitude of customization options for your figure, picking a base action figure model, and then switching out the model's unique features, which I found to be really cool. Creating my own action figure was something that my 9-year-old self could only dream of. The only considerable setback of the customization is that it does require a bit of grinding to unlock new and different pieces, but personally, I don't think this is a problem at all, as it gives me a motive to keep hopping back on the game. The maps are all centered around the idea of being a toy as well, making you feel like a small action figure in a large human-sized setting. The maps do a really great job at capturing what your childhood felt like, and although no, this isn't actually a Toy Story FPS shooter, the maps do remind me of the movies a great bit. You may end up battling in a children's bedroom, toy store, bathroom, attic, playground, the list goes on. The maps are also laid out very well and are all similar in size. They have a nice flow to them, making the gameplay feel quick-paced and snappy, preventing you from getting lost looking for enemies as some modern-day shooters do. The maps are focused around making you feel like a toy, and this is where a large portion of the game's charm really comes from. Now, quick 10-second pause to remind you that liking this video is completely free, along with subscribing. Not to mention, literally 99% of you watching aren't subscribed, so let's try and change that. Alright, back to it. Now, for the gunplay of the game, it is incredibly simple, with the only skill involved being aiming and positioning, which at the end of the day in this game, doesn't really require that much skill. The aiming itself also isn't necessarily hard, as you can only really zoom in a little bit, but there's no aim down sights or scope unless you're using a sniper, of course. The gunplay is definitely limited, but that doesn't mean it isn't fun. Although it may not hold the complexity and competitive nature of other FPS shooters, it's sure gonna give you a really good time and take you back to your childhood dream of having your toys duke it out against each other. The gameplay is just enough for the game to be fun and a casual gaming experience. The lack of features like ADSing prevent the game from becoming a total sweatfest, which I actually find to be a major positive for a game like this. It keeps the game feeling casual and laid back. The online versus matches also are pretty short, lasting around 6 to 10 minutes, which to me is another great plus for this game, as it gives you a fast-paced, casual experience that you can just hop on every once in a while and just have some simple fun. Now, there is one negative aspect to this game, and that is the online servers. And not because the game has poor matchmaking, but because the game has a very small amount of players still hopping on. This is kind of a downside for those of you who wanted to play online. You can still invite your buddies, but if you're looking for a random match to queue into, it's gonna be really hard. There is a complete offline mode though with bots, and honestly, I think this is just fine. I was playing this the entire time when I had my playthrough, and I had a great time. This isn't a super competitive game, so the need to be competitive isn't really there for me. I think playing against bots is just fine, and the bots are actually pretty decent in this game. I died to them quite a few times. So if that is a really big deal for you, I just wanted to make that known, but I don't think it's that bad. As for the Horde mode involves you building a core to defend on a multitude of waves of enemies. This is basically a tower defense mode, and you may start out fighting simple enemies, but the further you get into the maps, the enemies switch up and creates a nice variety to switch up the gameplay. There are also some boss fights, but really, they don't change that much. They're just bigger entities for you to shoot at, but they're actually still pretty fun to fight against. You can also build little structures to defend your tower. These include things like turrets and Lego walls to keep enemies away from your tower. And if you've ever played Garden Warfare, it's incredibly similar to that. I'll actually be making a video on Garden Warfare 2 in the coming days, so subscribe if you want to see that. To me, the Horde mode is super simple and isn't the main appeal of this game. I do prefer the online versus matches, but it is another just form of nice, simple fun, and it's kind of like mindless fun. You don't really have to think that much. You can kind of just play, lay back, and just shoot some enemies in a really cool environment. And to be honest, that is a majority of the main features for this game. This game isn't the next big FPS shooter that's going to give you hundreds of hours of content, nor is it going to be a game you're going to hop on every day to play. But it's a fun, casual experience allowing you to reminisce on your childhood. The appeal of Hypercharge Unboxed is the idea of playing as a toy in an arena that makes you feel like a toy. The game's simple premise allows almost anyone to hop on the game for a good time, and for the price of $20, I believe Hypercharge Unboxed is 100% worth the price. Living out your childhood dreams of being a toy soldier is made possible by this game, and although you won't play it for months on end, you'll definitely get your money's worth and enjoyment. Hypercharge Unboxed is very unique in its idea. Although the gameplay is similar to that of many others, it's really cool just getting to be a toy. Let me know what you think. If you've tried this game or you're looking to try this game out, definitely let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful at all or got any enjoyment out of it, a like goes a long way to helping the channel out, and subscribing is completely free. If you want to see more content like this too, subscribing also ensures that you never miss another upload. So, thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day. Stay fresh.